Obasanjo and President Buhari fighting themselves. So it's like a way of President Buhari is trying to take the wind out of the sail of Obasanjo's, Obasanjo, so that the Democracy Day, which Obasanjo brought,
which was May 29.
May 29. He's now saying, no, it can't be May 29, it should be this. Well, the idea may be okay, but the timing, to me, is wrong.
So you are also one of those who believes that it had political connotations in it?
Certainly, everybody knows in this country. But the fact is that, you see, yes, the presumed winner, now confirmed as the winner of the June 12th, and then if you look at it against the background of the fact that there is no love lost now between these generals. My brother, President Babangida himself, President Olusegun Obasanjo, President Buhari himself, there's no love lost between them. And of course, the role played by Babangida, who annulled the elections. So it's another political move to now say that Nigerians, let me expose them. That's what President Buhari is trying to do. But I don't think everybody have taken it, hook,
line and sinker.
So yes, it's good, to give honor to whom honor is due, but let it be done with the altruistic, aura that it deserves, so that we will know that yes, this is something that was done as it's supposed to be done. So that's my take on that.
Now we're having to wind down now, so I'm going to ask you this final question. As you look ahead, during the course of the interview, you've spoken about that the omens don't look good for 2019,
yes,
given the background of the Ekiti elections.
Yeah.
And that except things change,
yes,
there's likely to be trouble.
Exactly.
In 2019.
Yes.
What must happen between now and February 2019, which is the general elections,
yeah,
for that not to happen?
Well, you see, in the first place, the Ekiti election must be annulled, because there was no election. What happened was just gangsterism, and then, doing whatever you like, and then nobody was impunity, not given, I say they don't respect our laws, they don't love us, they're not even proud of this country in the first place. They're just there as your leaders, but they hate us, believe me. Because if you don't hate people, how do you hold their salary for 8 months? So these are things that I'm saying that election must be annulled. That's one. Number two.
But I'm sorry, at that point, I need to just say this. It was a PDP government that held on to their salaries for 8 months.
What is the difference?
But it's APC that won.
No, what is the difference? They're all the same. Like they're all the same. So I'm not talking about whether it's PDP or APC.
You're lumping them both together.
Exactly, that they hate Nigerians. They're not proud of Nigeria, and they don't care about your laws. That's why they brazenly break our laws and do whatever they like, and then give you money, and because they know you are worth nothing. So that's why I'm saying Nigerians must wake up to this and start fighting them that no, we can't take this nonsense. So number two, INEC itself must be overhauled, so that they will be sensitive to some of these things. If they can be cowed, if they can be compromised the way they were compromised in Ekiti State, I think there's a lot to be done about INEC. Maybe we may also, as we go along, try to now look into how INEC chairman and the commissioners emerge. Probably you may have to consider what some other countries are doing. They should also stand elections, or some other ways of, not to make it the preserve or prerogative of the president to nominate or to even do anything. Since it's for the nation, it's not for the government. That's the mistake we are making. These officers are not serving that government. They are serving the nation. So let the nation find a way of not making it an individual affair, because he who pays the piper dictates the tune. So we must overhaul that system and look at it in a way.
But INEC cannot stop vote buying.
No.
Because the principal thing that people are complaining about with the Ekiti election,
yes,
apart from the presence of all these security
I'm coming
agencies,
to that.
was the issue of vote buying. INEC could not have done anything. INEC had already been complaining about vote buying.
I know, but INEC has a lot to do.
Okay,
Yes, you see, we have EFCC, for instance. Government deployed about 30,000 policemen.
Yes.
If they had deployed 500 officers of EFCC, only 500, less than 1% of what they sent as policemen, you know, since everybody knows in this country, if they were really sincere, you know, they would have deployed at least 500 of EFCC to be amongst the people, milling around the people, you know, saying who is using money and what have you, and then they arrest them right there and then. You know, if they do that, which they can do, which is what they are there to do, because that is the most serious business in this country, in the world. You know, governance, how you elect your governor, your leaders. You know, it's at the base. It's the fundamental issue, how you can get governance and everything right. If you allow it to be corruptly done, like we are allowing it to be done, and you say you have EFCC, you have ICPC or something like that, and they're sitting in their offices waiting as people living in mortuary that you are looking for dead person before you start doing examination or something like that, you know. So this is the problem we're having. They should be active, they should be functional. And in fact, it happens even in some companies. They have what they call the internal audit, isn't it?
Yes.
That audit is going on as activities are happening.
Yes.
So now this activity is the most important activity, believe me, in the life of every nation. So what is EFCC doing? What is ICPC doing? Why can't they deploy then to where elections are taking place and then and then bring out those who are using money, because they can get them if they want to. So you're asking for my suggestions, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. I say overhaul of
So you've given us 2 now.
2. And then number 3, we should also make it a punishable offense such that if you are caught, your agent, if he's caught using money or in any way violating the electoral, you know, regulations and something like that, you should be banned from participating in election for at least 20 years. It's your agent. You gave them the money. If you ban politicians, because that's the one, if you say, well, if your agent is caught giving money, it's you. Because it's your agent. You will bear the brunt. And you will be banned from participating in politics for 20 years. In China, they kill people. If you commit corruption, isn't it? Or crime or something like that. They kill. Not that. So I am now saying ban for a number of years. So if we do that, then we're a serious country. Of our INEC, mobilize these people that are supposed to check the criminal of use of money in the system, like ICPC and all this, you know, who are in charge of corruption and the EFCC, and then make sure that if anybody is caught as a politician, that you are on the wrong side of the law, you know, perpetuating corruption during elections, the person must be, you know, brought to the book. And then one of the punishments is that he should be banned from participating in further elections. Believe you me, you will check all these things that's happening. Immediately, it will be checked.
Alhaji Yusuf-Sani, thank you so much for agreeing to speak with us. Thank you very much.